Hi, everybody. Welcome to another fan meetups event. This time we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Big surprise. It's our Monsters of the Month show, or Monster of the Month, perhaps this time. We'll see. We got a great lineup of celebrities and comic book artists and more coming to Fan Expo this year. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Fan Expo Canada. It's going to be amazing.
We're
It's going
looking
to
to
be
be
one
there
of
running D&D again.
yeah, we're looking to run D&D again. So hit us up at unitethefactions.com, join our Discord server, and you can get more info on our upcoming events. And generally speaking, our events are Adventures League. For those of you that might not know, Adventures League is the organized play campaign from Wizards of the Coast, makers of Dungeons and Dragons. Somewhat like what we're playing today, you can take your characters to different events. Uh, Although we're not playing Adventures League when we're featuring Monsters of the Month, but you can play them at home, stores, conventions, just anywhere you can think of. Um, and it's a great way to meet new people. Play different kinds of D&D that has like a start, middle, and ending, like a one shot. And with that, I'll hand it over to you, Angelo.
All right. So, Jeff, if you can bring us to the map, I will introduce our illustrious party one by one.
Oh, but we're our fan ambassadors, right? Jeremy Johnston and Angelo
Of
Corsino,
course,
right?
and Angelo Corsino. Yeah, well, you said Angelo's close enough. My name's on the screen. So, starting us off, we got a five-person party here today for our little show. We have Escarat. Please give me the Coles Notes version of who Escarat is and who you are.
Yes, I am a devout follower of the Raven Queen. I am a Shadow Archive from the Shadow Fell. I've come to Faerun, to see what it's like on the other side, and I have a pact with, my god, the Raven Queen. I'm a Hexblade Warlock, level 13, but one level of fighter.
Excellent, excellent. Next, we have Judge.
Kind of a little boring. I'm also Shatterkai, member from the Raven Queen. Uh, Also Hexblade Warlock.
Gotta love the Hexblades.
Yeah.
All Warlock
Yeah.
party, let's go. All right. With that, we have Constantine.
Hey, folks, I'm Jeff. I'm playing Constantine. He's Yanti Sorlock just to be a part of everyone else's kind of builds this week. So I'm sure we're going to get stomped real quick. I got lots of tricks. It'll be fun. That's about it.
And that's not a Yanti, that's a Gorn.
Well, I just used inspiration from the Gorn for my Yanti. It's lizard, serpentine.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Right?
Made me
Next, we
laugh.
have Jalaqua. Is that how you say that?
Yes, I am unfortunately breaking the warlock streak. I am a goblin monk, all levels 13, Way of Shadows. Like
Excellent.
all of my characters in the Montello family, they're all related. Different mothers, same bard father. But she grew up as a bounty hunter before having to flee the city. Now she's just going around adventuring because her two older siblings can do it. Why can't she?
Perfect. And then last but not least, there's always one in the party. We have Tofu.
Tofu is a small, roguish cleric of a kobold. Build is 11 rogue, 2 cleric. They have no idea which god they serve, but they ended up being a devout follower. More than likely, it's probably going to be the Raven Queen because we had 2 Shatterkai. They seem cool. So, the kobold, with his mighty bagpipes and gremlin attitude, is going to go follow and see what trouble they can get into. So, that is Tofu.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now let's bring you over to our battlefield, so to speak, here today. So you guys were just coming out of this fancy pants temple here. And you guys can arrange yourselves in this area wherever you like. It doesn't really matter. But Estra, you found something in there, didn't you?
Uh, yeah, actually, I did. It looks like some sort of fancy scroll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read it What is
Oh
it?
yeah, what's it say?
No.
I don't know. I'm gonna read it out.
Oh, okay. So you start reading the scroll.
Yeah.
And do you stop reading it at any point, or you just kind of read it out loud just cause?
Well, I'm trying to read it to see what it says.
Cool. It says, "I summon thee forth, O mighty creature, destroyer of worlds. Bring chaos to this plane." And you hear the ground start rumbling in a massive like fashion, like near earthquake levels of rumbling, and spurting from the ground from the
OMG.
scroll of Tarrasque summoning
What did I do?
is the mighty Tarrasque, and that is our monster of the month this month.
What?
I would like everybody to roll initiative.
What's initiative?
What?
Oh wow.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh no.
And do you got the turn tracker up yet?
No, but that's a problem. It's fine. I'm a professional, guys. I swear.
Can I ask how bright the area is?
The area is reasonably bright.
Darn it.
Yeah, none of that. Oh my gosh, this thing rolled 20?
No. The first roll that it got was a 14.
Okay. Oh man, it's still going before me.
We're playing fair.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know
I
if
got-
us fighting a Tarrasque is fair.
I got
It's
pie.
fine.
I was named after a Tarrasque.
It looks very large.
Who did not make the tracker? Looks like Jalaqua didn't, and they're the one who's going first.
I got pie.
All right. So Jalaqua, this thing just blew forth from the ground.
Okay. Shoot. Well, I don't like how large that is.
That makes sense. What
So,
would you like to do
55
as
by
this
55.
world-ending creature appears?
I'd love to start off with a javelin of lightning, just throwing that at its face,
Yeah.
trying to hit. Wow, that was bad.
You see that your javelin just kind of tinks off of its kind of like chitinous, heavy-looking shell.
Well, then I am just going to race forwards because I can make it. Strike once, and then stunning blow if it hits.
A 16 does not hit.
A 60.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, then luckily I can strike 2 more times because I'm a monk and I can do key with that.
Yep. Bonus action flurry of blows.
I don't know why I did that advantage.
25 still hits. It's the left number. 24 misses.
Okay. What the heck? Well, I got 1 chance to stun it, and it's got
As
8
you would
bludgeoning.
imagine, the legendary creature, the Tarrasque, armor is very thick.
That's just so rude.
Yeah, so stunning strike, it's going to make a con save. Fun thing about magic resistance is it actually doesn't apply to key, but it is going to use a legendary resistance to not be stunned.
Well, I got rid of one of those. End of
One
turn.
down.
Bring it.
All
Which means
right.
not stop right next to it. Whoops.
Tofu, you are up.
Oh, seeing everybody's running into things. That's exactly what we will do. We have just the movement to do it. It's a small goblin, gremlin of a kobold is going to run all the way over here. It's going to do their bonus action. Oh, I gotta be safe. First time I've actually done a kobold, so it would be the bonus action for the Draconic Cry. Linked it there just in case.
Okay.
And then
Draconic Cry.
and I think that's until the next turn. Start of the next turn. And then we're going to, at advantage, try a desperate attempt at Booming Blade. And let's see how this goes.
29 hits.
Okay. There's that, and where's my Booming Blade? Did that not go through? Oh, fun.
The booming blade did, and everything else has so far. So it's 33 points.
There we go. It would be the first one.
Yep, the 10 Thunder.
Yep, and this little guy can go hit pretty hard, decently. And that will be the end of that turn.
Excellent. It didn't like that very much. The Thunder kind of like just shaking it slightly, as it is going to basically go and just try to chomp on you.
Understandable.
Actually, we'll
Very
say that it's going to hit you with a claw. So on a natural 1, I got a 20.
Oh,
So that does
Doing
still
that.
miss you because of how natural 1s work.
oh.
But it is now the creature's turn.
Is the gate
And-
still open?
It just starts kind of like positioning itself in the middle of everybody for havoc, and it's just this huge creature. So it just kind of stomps its way on over. Tofu hit it, so it's going to try to chomp Tofu now. That's a 37 to hit.
I doubt even a Blade Singer.
You take 41 points of piercing damage, and you are currently grappled and restrained in its mouth.
All right, let's see. What's the rogue thing to do?
Uncanny.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna.
so you uncanny dodge, and you still get chomped, but you miss some of its teeth,
Mhm.
and it does slightly less damage to you.
Ouch.
Jelacco also hit it, so Jelacco, it's going to try to gore you with its horns with Tofu in its mouth.
Oh,
33 to hit.
I think that makes it just by a little bit.
Yep. 28 points of piercing damage. Then it's going to claw at Judge and at Constantine once each. So here's a claw at Judge. 38 to hit for 23 slashing. Here's a claw. I rolled a 2, so 21 to hit Constantine.
I'm gonna hellish rebuke that though.
Yeah. Give me your damage as you try to hellish rebuke it.
Dex 17.
So you notice as the fire washes over it, this is a good point to mention that the Tarrasque is immune to fire.
Good to know.
And that's not me putting anything in. The Tarrasque is actually just immune to fire. And yes, your spell washes over it. Does 21 hit Constantine?
I'm gonna throw up my shield.
Yeah, so you manage to just get this arcane barrier and block this gigantic claw. You don't block it. You more like kind of deflect it just slightly with the
As
barrier.
it rolls a 2 on me, and I need a shield to make it, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And Escarat, if you thought you were safe, I am sorry. You are within range of its very long tail as he tries to wallop you with a 22 to hit. That's and if you haven't noticed Jeremy's naming convention yet, Erisat is Tarrasque spelled backwards. Does 22 hit you, Jeremy?
It will not if I cast shield, which I will do.
All right, you cast shield and you block its tail. Same idea. Kind of shifts off to the side, and it's your turn. As its 5th attack was done.
Okay, so I will Hex Blades curse this Tarrasque.
Reasonable.
It means that anything I roll is actually +5 to hit.
Mm-hmm. It's actually +5 damage on the curse, but yeah.
Is it +5 damage?
Yeah, the damage is it's not on the hit. The hit is just that you critical on 19.
Damage rolls. That's right. I always think it's attack rolls. It's damage rolls. Okay, so I'm gonna start blasting.
Mm-hmm.
Except I'm going to whisper something in Elvish to my bow.
Reasonable.
Yeah. Swift defeat to my enemies, I say to it.
Ooh, he's got the oath bow.
And
Sounds good.
Yep. Here we go.
Yeah, start blasting. Critical hit. Good.
Critical hit. Yeah. Oh, to start. My goodness. And add 5 damage to that, I guess, as well.
Yep. As this creature is now your sworn enemy until it is defeated.
It is indeed. I did roll a 20, but I do crit on 19s.
You do.
Okay, so
So
I
that
will.
is 46 points of damage.
I will attack.
51 with the curse.
I will attack again.
All right. 32 does hit.
I'm gonna roll one more for Elven accuracy. It's an 8, so not a crit.
Right.
Okay, damage is 20, I guess.
Yep. 20 points. No, you get the sworn on every hit, so it's 25.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And it's 30 because of the Hexblade's curse. That's a pretty good round of attacks. It didn't like that very much. Is that it for your turn?
I'm gonna move.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got 30 feet of movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
As you leave its threat range, it absolutely uses its reaction to try to bonk you.
Okay. That is it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Nice knowing you.
Wait a minute. Don't we have a grave cleric? Can't they cancel crits?
Was there a high level enough level grave cleric? 6
Just
levels.
two. And I already used
wow.
the reaction.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's a really bad roll. That's
Yeah,
a
I
really
agree,
bad
I
roll.
agree.
It's only 30.
Wow.
It's only 33 points of damage. Sorry,
Wow.
I
34.
No, I didn't actually.
Also, everybody would have advantage from the Kobold's Draconic Cry, just for future note.
Oh,
I'm here.
okay.
It's
I thought it
I
was
think it's
just
with I think it's
it
with
was
people
within
within 10 feet of
range.
you, actually. Yeah. So only Jalaqua has advantage. At the end of your turn, though, after the reaction and after your movement is done, you heard it like that. Like you actually put a decent sized dent in it with that bow. So it's going to provoke all these. It's going to use its legendary action to move over here
Of course.
with tofu in its mouth.
Oh no.
Does that mean I get an opportunity attack?
It does. So does Constantine if they wish to take one.
I use my reaction for shield.
Correct. 27 hits.
10 damage. Whittle it down.
Can you do another stunning strike?
Yes, I can, because I got nothing but key points to spare. It is.
26 to save.
Well,
Darn it. I have very lows. Yeah, I don't know if it's ever going to fail.
It failed once, but it had to use the legendary. Constantine, it is now your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a couple meta magic points to quicken Eldritch Blast, and let's fire off 3 of those at him. Uno, dos, tres. 22 maybe?
22 misses.
Oh my god.
Oh, and since I hit, I added the 5 Fury of the Small. I don't know why I did 10. I think I misdid that. But yeah, just a little extra 5 damage.
Perfect.
You're taller than me. How dare you?
Oh, and technically, aren't these at advantage?
Yes, no, only the Draconic Cry was within 10 feet only. Sadly.
Okay.
It's for the enemies, right?
If I use that as my bonus action for my action, let's try this and see if it works, because I've thrown all of my other ideas out the window. And we're
actually, isn't it with advantage? Because it's enemies within 10 feet. It says nothing about your allies.
I thought it was the other way. I thought it was allies. Oh, that's right. I'm still thinking pack tactics. Yeah, those would be at advantage. So you can roll 3 more d20s on top of those.
Let's go to here. I'm still gonna miss all this shit anyway.
You never know. You did. You did miss all of them, yeah.
Yeah, right. So instead, for my action, I'm gonna cast Hold Monster. Let's try this.
So just so everyone at home, this is the most common mistake that everybody makes playing a sorcerer with sorcery points. You have to quicken the main spell and then use your action for a cantrip because of the bonus action spellcasting rules. So we're just going to wind back time and pretend you did this the other way. You don't have the order doesn't matter, just which action you use to cast the spell.
It's great because I missed everything, so Hold Monster won't affect that.
Yep. And because this is a spell, it saves. It does not want to be held. But you notice that even though your spell takes hold, you notice that it doesn't seem to be paralyzed.
And it doesn't burn a legendary action either. Okay, great. Awesome.
This is one smart creature.
Okay.
Anything else from Constantine?
He's gonna cry by himself in the corner.
That's
Crying's
a free action. You can do that. Yeah.
Reaction crying.
And that brings us to Judge.
Bonus action Hexblade's Curse. Attacks are still at advantage, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 2 swings with my greatsword.
Nice.
Critical hit and 26 hits. Bonk, bonk. Okay, so second Hexblade's Curse goes off. That's going to be 25 points from the first one and 18 points from the second. Good, good. Anything else?
Nope, I believe that was action bonus action, so I'm not moving because it's gonna hit me.
All right. It's at the end of your turn. It remembers what that bow did pretty soundly, and it's going to take a swing with its claws at its name backwards.
Yep.
36 to hit
Yep.
for 28 slashing.
Okay.
Then we have Jalaqua.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna dash in and run circles around its ankles, hitting it as many times as I can, and then hopefully I'm gonna land some blows and burn some reactions. Yes.
29 hits. 14 does not.
No.
21 does not. The 29 does hit, though, for 9 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. And then extra fury of the small, 5 extra damage, and then I'm gonna every time I hit it, I'm gonna try to stun it.
All right, stunning strike goes off, and this is why monks at high level are the most powerful of the adventurers. Is stunning strike.
Yep.
Natural 1. It's going to use another legendary resistance to pass.
But it's getting lower.
2.
Well,
Just got the countdown.
One more, right?
Yes, I landed 2 blows. Let's try.
Alrighty. Anything else?
It needs one to roll one more time.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see the fourth attack. My bad.
Yes.
It's going to have to burn another legendary resistance, as it doesn't seem to want to
through
well.
This is it.
All right. So with that extra 12 taken off, anything else now?
Just remember the extra 5 from Fury of the Small.
Already
I dislike
taken?
how it makes me feel smaller than normal, and I'm normally not very tall. It's freaking massive.
Excellent. All right, Tofu, you are in its mouth, grappled and restrained.
Yeah, not a fun, especially when it basically chew toy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll to a. Is it?
If you wanted to try to escape, it is like escaping a grapple, so it'd be athletics or acrobatics, DC 20. And I'm telling you the DC because this is supposed to be like an informative kind of, back and forth thing.
Yeah.
That's what you break out and you are no longer in its mouth.
Yeah.
Where
that
would
does require an action.
That? Or just say it land like right over here, probably.
Sure.
Probably right over here, 'cause a little space. He's going to scream at it. You think he's a bard for a second, but no. He just screams. He's going to burn another bonus action, Draconic Cry, and that is all he can do. That would be end of turn.
All right. Going to use its last legendary action to try to bite you again because it doesn't like that its food is leaving.
Uh-oh. No!
Oh my god.
What is
Nice knowing you.
So,
Nice.
funny part, he's wearing Mizium armor.
Oh, Mizium armor, smart. So Mizium armor blocks the critical hit, but you still take the 40 points of piercing damage and are again grappled and restrained.
That's perfectly fine.
So yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Mizium armor is a thing that they added in, I believe, the most recent crossover book with Magic the Gathering. Mizium is a material that the engineers like to play with. And it is kind of like adamantium armor, except you also it turns strength and con saves into evasion. It's a very good item. So with that the legendary action done, it is now the creature's turn, and you are in its mouth.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So it is going to attempt to swallow you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So it's going to try to make another attack at you, and you're restrained, so it has advantage. Okay. Good thing is it doesn't do damage now, but you are down the hatch.
Ay.
Personally, hear bagpipes being played.
Then it is going to claw at the thing that keeps trying to make it stop. Twice. That is 27 and a 38 to hit Jalaqua.
Uh-oh.
For 32 and 21 points of damage. You're still up, it looks like, but hurting a little bit. And I see that you're muted. You might be having tech issues. Oh, there you go. I don't know if you heard me, but that's 32 and 21 points of damage, unless you can block a 27 and a 38 to hit.
I cannot. 32 and 27?
Yes, 32 and 21. 32 and 21.
21. Okay. It's only 53 damage.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Then it's going to try to bash Arasat with its tail. At 21. Yep. Well, you'd have to shield again, but yeah. Yep. And then Judge, it is going to try to gore with its horns. 25 to hit. On Judge.
Yeah, that's gonna hit me. I can't even shield that.
Alrighty, 37 points of piercing damage. And that ends its turn. See, you're noticing a theme here. This creature doesn't have too many like crazy abilities, but what it does do is bring the heat physically.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, this thing is scary.
And then some.
Yeah. Okay. I don't even think it's worth casting Hex. It's just gonna drop as soon as I get hit. Okay, I am going to try to hit it again. And I'll just roll one more die. So that'll hit, because that's just 15 plus my normal bonus, which is definitely more than 10. Damage is that plus 5. I'll attack again.
Taken.
Oh, okay.
Still got that advantage, which you keep.
Yeah, why is it not rolling with advantage? Okay,
because you have elven accuracy, actually, you do roll a third die.
Yeah.
So
well, I'll make sure I don't roll a crit. Yeah, I did not. So it's just that amount of damage.
I meant on the first one as well. But yeah.
Okay. 1 sec. I'll make sure. Yeah, no crit.
Okay.
And then I'm going to click my heels together. And I'm going to run.
Boots of speed.
Yeah, so I'm going to put some distance, but because I'm kind of at the edge of the map, I'm just going to do the mirror image version, if that's all right.
Perfect.
Okay, so I would have been here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. And I guess it gets an attack of opportunity.
I believe with the boots of speed, though, they are made at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Double check that for me real quick.
Yeah. Yes, that is correct.
All right, so it will try to bite you as you leave its threat range at disadvantage. 22 misses.
All right, that's good. I'm out of the way.
All righty. With that, it's going to bring up Constantine.
So many decisions. With somebody stuck inside, it's kind of tough. Like, I was going to banish you, but
It's like sorry. It's like
Right.
sorry about your
Then I'm
luck.
banishing one of my buddies, and I don't know if that's kind of the smartest thing for me to be doing right now. So
Think of all the local villagers who will be killed if it makes it past us. I think it's a sacrifice you must be willing to make.
well, I'm looking at the time. We still got a little bit of time left for combat, probably one more round. But so we're gonna do chain lightning first.
Excellent.
Okay.
So let's do a DC 19 deck save on the Tarrasque.
All right. So it's a 19.
Oh my god!
And that was just
And-
its first roll.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have what?
So, random question when it comes to regard to silvery barbs. Can you barb inside of a creature?
You cannot see right now, so no. But otherwise, you would be able to. Silvery Barbs is a spell from Strixhaven. A lot of Adventure League players don't really see it very often. But what it does do is it allows you to basically give a chance to as something to fail a save as your reaction. And then you can give advantage to somebody within 30 feet of you. But because you can't see, the spell doesn't work, sadly.
Darn it.
Alrighty. But the Chain Lightning goes off, and it does a good chunk of damage to it still. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna quicken.
The other way, but yeah, same idea. You quicken the Chain Lightning and then do something else.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. These rolls.
I got a plus 13, and
I
You
know.
have advantage because it did get the cry off again.
Oh,
I'm- Constantine's feeling shame today, apparently.
Hey, 26 hits.
Yeah.
All right, so I've been waiting for somebody to
Same.
do this. So when you hit this thing with an attack spell, this possibly happens.
I
It rolled
died.
the 6-2. Can you please make another attack roll against yourself as it bounces off of it and flashes back at you?
I'd love to.
No.
16.
So good. This is where the good rolls go the other way, right? Like,
Now, would
as
that
you see
attack
your
roll still
blast
be an
comes
advantage?
flying back at you.
Would that attack roll be an advantage back at him?
Unfortunately,
Oh.
not because the cry does not affect the reflective carapace of the Tarrasque. So that's a thing you know now that it bounces back spells.
I've learned a lot today. It's been really good for myself at the same time. I had this great plan coming in, and yeah.
Anything else from Constantine?
I'm going to move closer just because.
Okay,
Just because, right?
sounds good. Judge, you're just watching spells get reflected off. You're watching blasts happen. You're watching this thing claw the crap out of you and your friends. What would you like to do?
Well, the thing really doesn't like. How do you say that backwards again?
You're crast rat?
Yeah,
Euchre-
so let's
Euxerat.
let's hold. Are you in range of me doing that actually? Oh yeah,
Guess
you're in range of me
bloodied
doing that.
yet, right?
I'm going to quicken a vortex warp and move them down over here.
All right. I love
So,
Vortex Warp. It's such a
right
fun spell.
down here. I don't know if
Alright,
you can
so
see that line.
So who are you moving with Vortex Warp?
Tarrasque backwards.
Oh, you're gonna try to move the Tarrasque.
No, Tarrasque
Ooh.
backwards.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry, Jalaqua.
no,
Jalaqua, not okay.
Exerat.
Extra.
Or are you moving them?
Yes. Getting
Oh,
them
okay.
further away so they can continue.
Yeah.
from
So
the bow.
so you consent to the Vortex Warp. And yeah, you get tossed further away. Anything else from Judge?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my action and swing on him twice still.
Sounds good. $27 and 30 both hit.
Oh, they're not great.
Neither is a Hexblade critical, but
No.
both hit.
nice.
Some decent damage to it. Some couple of good chunks.
Why is it doing blood? Does it say bludgeoning?
Yeah, it's
Great
showing that you
club.
have a great club instead of a great sword. You might have just put the wrong item in.
It is a great club in my hand. Whoops. Great
Oh
sword.
no.
It's fine. It's the same thing. You're swinging a great club. What's the difference?
The damage is different,
Yeah, it's a D8 versus 2D6. I know. I was mostly kidding.
but I guess I'm stuck with a great club now.
Anything else from Judge? I was like, that's an
Uh,
interesting choice, great club, but I didn't say that out loud. I probably should have now that I say that.
well, I said I was swinging at him with a great sword too at the beginning. I think that's everything for me.
All right.
Bonus action to do that, yeah.
At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action to try to wallop Jalaqua with its tail.
Come on, miss.
30 to hit
Jeez.
for 20 points of bludgeoning.
I'm out.
All right, Jalaqua goes down. It is your turn. Please make a death save.
Uh,
I'm probably going down this round too.
oof.
1-0-1 for one failure.
Wow.
Tofu, it's starting to burn. You're not burning yet, but you can start to feel it. And you are blinded. You are restrained. What would you like to do?
Oh, I didn't realize I was muted. Whoopsies. Oh, this is tough. Well, Tofu's
A
here
little
for
bit,
a
yeah.
good time, not a long time. So, as a bonus action, he's going to cry, and as an action, I'm going to flavor it as him performing his bagpipes.
So you're playing bagpipes inside of a Tarrasque. I will give you inspiration for that because
Hardcore.
Definitely.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's fighting for
It
rope.
sounds terrible, but nobody can hear it because it's mixed in with the gurgling sounds of the Tarrasque stomach. Except for you, you can hear it.
Yeah, and in the final stroke, one of the pipes on the thing break, and if you hear the sound of a bagpipe breaking, that is going to be his draconic cry as a bonus action as he slowly whittles away. And that will be end of turn.
No action?
Oh, the action was performance because
Oh.
I'm not going to try to get out of here.
Just choosing to take it. All right. So at the start of this thing's turn, that acid starts to burn. You take 63 points of acid damage
Ooh.
Oh no.
being inside of it.
Oh, fun.
Maybe use that inspiration.
That's not going to
Do anything.
help on that.
Well, it might. What was the inspiration by
This
chance?
just gives you advantage. It gives you advantage. It's DM
Oh.
inspiration.
Oh, we'll see. Let's see. No.
Unfortunately, Tofu starts to burn.
Gee.
Friday night sushi.
As this thing stomps in between, like over Jalaqua, in between Judge and Constantine, and starts to chomp. So it's going to try to bite Judge because Judge has been hurting it with that club.
No.
23 to hit.
Shield.
All right, so you blocked out this shield, and it's kind of like surprised as its teeth kind of crunch onto this arcane barrier as you go to swing at you with its claws. 33 to hit.
Oh no.
Super shield.
27 points of slashing. It turns and it tries to gore Constantine with its horns. Only 23 to hit.
Shield.
Only 23.
That's a 4, okay? Like
I got a 2 and a 4.
and then it's going to try to use its last claw on you as well, Constantine. 29 this time.
Yeah, I'll take that. Okay.
24 points of slashing. And like I said, this thing is just a powerhouse creature. It's not very like technical. That's why I said this is going to be the easiest one of these for me. It's just this big giant monster. So if you like big giant monsters, maybe the Tarrasque is for your campaign.
It's the kaiju.
Please let us be at least 15 next time.
That's correct. Well, I kind of wanted it to be a show, right? You get, and that's what part of the discussion is going to be in 5 minutes.
So I will. Let's see. How far away am I from this thing? Let's see here. I can't seem to get.
You are 80 feet away.
Okay. I will cast Hex this time.
Okay.
I will Hex it for strength. I want to do some extra damage to it.
Yep.
I'm going to shoot it twice, and then I'm going to run 60 feet away from it. This is my flying of kites.
Yep. As you begin to attempt to kite this creature.
Okay. Actually, I should roll this. Okay, so 28.
28 on the 28 hits.
Hits.
Okay, and then
The hex and the curse.
okay, so that
32
hits as
definitely
well. And then an extra bit of necrotic damage, and then
Necrotic seems to
10
go
extra Hex Blades curse damage.
Yep.
Nice.
And then I'm just gonna run 60 feet away. So I'll just put myself, over here.
Sounds good. Constantine, what would you like to do?
Seeing everyone dying very quickly and somebody running away at this point.
I'm just giving myself distance because it's gonna run after me next, bro.
Or we're calling it abandoning the party. That's another word for it.
I haven't stopped fighting. I have a longbow. It's got 600 feet of range. I'm a sharpshooter.
I'm gonna use magic empowered to give him disadvantage or level him out, and then I'm going to cast
banishment.
Yeah, let's try that.
What else we got?
Let's see what happens.
All right, banishment goes off. It tries to make a charisma save at straight roll because of your meta magic.
Oh, for charisma. What?
It's got a +9 to charisma saves.
Oh my god!
Why?
What's their
Also, point of order: say it failed that save. This thing is tied to the prime material plane, so there would be no pop.
Well, there'd be no pop, but at least it would disappear and give us a minute to heal up some friends.
Revive me.
Anything else, Constantine?
I have never been so Rochambeau'd in one combat ever. Hey, you do this, it works, but it doesn't. Hey, you do this, it works, but it doesn't.
Well, it made it save in this case.
I'm gonna jump into the mouth if I can.
Might as well.
Join the party.
Burn out.
He's gonna go try to find Tofu.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try to find Tofu. I'm gonna jump in and go, hey, look at me, eat me, because
All right.
Okay, for that, I'll give you inspiration, but it is going to use this legendary action to try to bite you to kind of flavor this for the last 2 minutes of the show.
Please do. Eat me.
28 to hit.
Yeah, and that I'm not the shield wouldn't even matter. So yeah,
that would be 51 points of piercing as its teeth.
OMG!
I'm still alive. Haha! I'm gonna laugh at it as it tries to eat me.
Yep. Judge, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna use my last 2 source points and quicken a 4th level or 3rd level cure wounds.
On
myself.
Okay.
So 21, and then 2 attacks. They're at advantage still, right?
Yeah. The 30 hits, the 16 does not.
I'm gonna try Favored by the Gods, see if that'll help.
Sure.
I don't think so, but I'll try.
Roll that 2d4. 22 does not hit.
Damn.
Shucks.
1 still hit though.
Oh, it was
All right,
impossible.
so
25 is the AC.
20 more points of damage. And just because it's going to use its last legendary action before we call this to claw at Judge. 33 to hit.
That'll hit.
25 points of slashing.
I'm still alive.
Ha!
Alrighty, and with
Just that 21 saved me.
that's the 45-minute mark. That's where we usually like to kind of call the combat. To be quite
perfect
honest,
then.
you guys did a good chunk of damage to it, mostly because of the oath bow and the way oath bow works. But yeah, like it starts with 676 hit points. You guys did take it down to 250. So you got a really good
we
chunk.
bloodied it.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about this gigantic creature and what it's that we've seen some of its strengths. It's a bruiser. It's going to come in. It's going to hit really hard. It's going to hit a lot. It's got a high to hit. I rolled really badly, and it was still kind of smashing you guys.
The heck is plus 19? That's crazy.
It is a CR 30 monster, but the reason why I say that it's not really like a CI 30 monster is because all it takes to beat the Tarrasque is anybody with flying and a +1 bow, because it has no ranged attacks.
The classic Erico thing.
See, I knew that.
It doesn't have a single ranged attack, which is why I said no flight, because we wanted this to kind of showcase its strengths. And then we can talk about its weaknesses. Its other main weaknesses is like stunning strike was eventually going to get it.
So how many things did it have?
It did have three.
I
don't think there's any.
So I survived one more round. Maybe I could have made it.
Yeah, so monks can just burn through those legendary actions, sometimes in a single turn if the DM has bad luck.
Yeah.
Right? You add that to like the fact that it has no range. It's just a giant lumbering sack of hit points.
What's its movement?
It is 40 movement. It's not very fast. Like the boots of speed were going to be able to kite it. At which point it would just be like, all right, I'm gonna burrow. But still.
It almost seems like a war of attrition with it, right?
Absolutely, and this is why I said like if you don't want like a 20th level party, which technically this thing should be like rated for, will decimate this without issue.
No. Well, I wish I brought my level 20 Paladin of Glory. You would have had fun.
Yeah, I should have sent Tarrasque backwards away with Vortex Warp on my first turn. That would have protected.
You could have tried to, but it does have a really high con save, and that is a spell, so it would have advantage.
No, not the Tarrasque. The backwards.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce that.
Yeah. So
call me EQ.
If you notice, every time you see Jeremy on this show, read his name backwards, and that's a big hint to his character or the show.
Well, now I know for next time. This is the
every
first time
single time. Every single time I've played with him, that's pretty much the case, except for exactly one of his characters that I can think of. The notorious Tomental Tanthul.
Yes, but even that is, rearranging the letters.
I know,
of a certain
but it's not quite just putting it backwards.
No. Well, actually, you have met John Solo.
I have.
Right? The famous Kraken cook.
That's right. I forgot about John Solo. Anyway, about the Tarrasque still, because that was just kind of interlude to why the name is the way it was, which was a hint at the very beginning to those of you following at home.
Well, there is only one Tarrasque.
There is only supposed to be one. And in Rime of the Frost Maiden, they added a magic item, which was the Scroll of Tarrasque Summoning.
Spoiler alert.
It's been out for like 2 years now. I mean...
Oh, more than that.
Yeah. So yeah. What is time anymore? For after it came out basically pre-pandemic, mid-pandemic.
I've heard of the item, but I didn't know it was actually real.
It's a real item. It's a legendary item that you can find in the... what's it called? In the Rime of the Frost Maiden. And all it says is if you read this scroll, you summon the Tarrasque.
I had that item and we didn't know it until the end of our campaign, and they're like, "You guys could have dropped the Tarrasque on it." Like,
well, you could have dropped it because it doesn't discriminate. Like you have no control of it. It just shows up and starts destroying everything around it. It says that on the item.
Hey, Ange, what are the resistance, immunities, all that kind of stuff for the Tarrasque?
All right, so the damage immunities that it has are fire, poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. Okay. So it wasn't immune to a ton of things. It just happened to be immune to fire, and it happened to be immune to what's it called? Paralyzed, because its condition immunities are charmed, frightened, paralyzed, and poison.
Okay.
Your invisibility with the Shadow Monk would not have mattered because it has blind sight 120 feet.
Yeah, that would basically get rid of a cloak of displacement too, because it can't see illusions.
Yep.
Does it have tremor sense?
It does not have tremor sense, surprisingly. I think I would expect something that like this
burrowing,
too,
yeah.
but it does
I
not have
wish-
tremor sense.
Wish I got a wand of magic missile instead of my
So you say that. I wish you did too.
Same.
Because what the reflective carapace specifically says, anytime the Tarrasque is targeted by the magic missile spell, a line spell, or a spell that requires a range attack roll a d6. On a 1 to 5, the Tarrasque is unaffected. On a 6, the Tarrasque is unaffected, and the effect is reflected back at the caster as though it originated from the task, turning the caster into the target.
Hence the Eldritch Blast coming back on me.
Yeah, so you send those magic missiles out. If it rolled that 6, they're coming right back.
Oh no!
Does it read out as a single attack? So if I single spell attack?
Yeah, it's just any spell attack that hits it is going to bounce back. So you hit it with 3 Eldritch Blasts, 3 can come back at you. It's not a reaction. It's carapace.
And I definitely would have upcast that.
Yeah, you would have just rolled the whole wand,
no.
right?
Mm.
Well, I really appreciate that you rolled a d6 and got a 6.
I was very happy for the show that the D6.
That was fun.
Yeah, so basically this thing is heralded it as like a world-ending calamity kind of thing. Because like you guys were 13th level, that's pretty strong for adventurers. You're not the top end, you're not like the super kind of like, you're not super weak either though, right? Like, 13th level, you're hitting your stride. You're pretty strong.
Solid tier 3 characters, yeah.
And this thing was effectively beating you pretty good. You go up to 15th, like I said, you go up to 15th or 16th level, and suddenly the tables turn very quickly.
Maybe we would have had a chance. Maybe. Gotten closer.
It would have been a lot closer because, you start getting into those like higher level abilities at level 14, and so on and so forth, and it just absolutely starts to lose effectiveness at that point.
Well, if you look at who survived, Judge is pretty well dead at this point. Tofu is being eaten. Back when he's done at the JJ ran.
Well, I was gonna kite it.
Well, that was the thing, right? Like he would technically have 10 minutes of boots of speed to kite the thing, and 1 minute of both bow.
Yeah.
So I mean, theoretically, he probably wins that fight kiting it, and that's at level 13. But again, he knew what he was coming into, and he curated his magic items to kind of showcase some of the weaknesses.
Yeah, because if you don't have a magic item, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a Tarrasque or
like
not.
I said,
a
level 5 character, because you probably need that extra proficiency bonus to hit with enough arrows and a +1 bow can just beat the Tarrasque if you can fly.
No.
But you would need enough arrows.
Interesting question on the swallow ability. Is there size restraint?
So for the swallow ability, let's read it real quick. A Tarrasque makes 1 bite attack against a large or smaller creature. So yes, if you were too big, it could not swallow you. But it swallows up to large. So I mean, unless you were huge, like a level 15 Rune Knight.
I was actually going to bring my Rune Knight out tonight.
I thought
but Rune Knight,
that'd be fun.
So Rune Knight, kaiju battle, right? Someone casts in large on the huge Rune Knight, and now you have 2 gargantuan creatures.
Going large and fight it out.
But yeah, so then it's just like a regular swallow, blinded, restrained. At the start of the creature's turn, not yours, it starts to burn. And if you deal 60 or more damage to it from inside the creature, it has to make a DC 20 con save, and then it can spit you out if it fails. Other ways, like if you can just the biggest way to get out of these things is Dimension Door or hope that your friends kill it before it burns to death.
We do have a question, Angelo.
Is there a baby Tarrasque?
Yes.
No. There canonically there is only one.
Correct.
And it is tied to the prime material plane, and it sleeps until something calls it. A cosmic event happens. Basically, it's just campaign flavor for the DM. It doesn't just show up because it wants to. Something has to call it or cause it to show up.
So I will say though, because we did say that canonically there is only one Tarrasque. It is the Tarrasque,
Yep.
There is an adventure written by James Introcaso that you can find on DM's Guild.
It's a very hilarious adventure.
Yes, it is called Invasion from the Planet of Tarrasques.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that? I believe that's where the Swarm of Tarrasque stat block is from.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Swarm?
Jeremy, you can find it real quick and share your screen before we do closing remarks, because it is pretty
Oh,
funny.
I got it here. No
Yeah,
problem.
Swarm of Tarrasque is an actual stat block from this adventure. This is a 20th level adventure, and you're
Invite
not
us
meant
next
to win.
month. Have us all make level 20 characters. We'll fight it.
Yeah, you're absolutely not supposed to win in that adventure, because I think it's got, if memory serves, it has either 6,000 or 60,000 HP, and I'm not sure which.
That sounds excessive.
It was like a long combat.
Yeah, it's just a giantly long combat. It's not any more dangerous. It's just more hit points and more
It's like
damage. Kind of thing.
banishment and all that kind of stuff, and walk away, right?
Yeah, well, again,
There's a lot of
banishment.
5 birds with arrows.
So Swarm of Tarrasques is, I don't think it is from this adventure.
I thought it was, but maybe not. I really thought it was, but I think it was probably just because it seems like it should be. I think
Yeah.
that's just a homebrew block now that you say it's not. It was a homebrew block anyway, obviously, but not from James Introcaso. But Invasion of the Planet of Tarrasque is pretty funny.
Yes.
It's pretty fun. Check out that on DM's Guild if you like. It's
I put the link in
I don't
there.
remember how much it was. All the links in the chat. We'll put it in the YouTube video too for any and the comments for
Yeah,
everyone.
I will do that as well. It's
catches it later.
$3.99 US.
Yeah, so
$4
$3.99 US. It's probably a 4-hour adventure. It's pretty solid.
And I would say anything by James Introcaso is going
James
to be
Introcaso is one of the best third-party content authors, I think, that I've seen stuff from. He's incredibly good at it. Any closing remarks, Jeremy, as we are getting close to time?
Yeah, so in a couple weeks, we're going to have an in-person event at a local convention that's related to anime in the North. So if you know, you know. We'll be running all sorts of different stuff like Spelljammer, Dragonlance, and other intro adventures to try to, reach out to the community and get them involved. But we love to have experienced players as well. Just to kind of round out the tables and help those that are new to play have fun and just share that hobby. So we're also, as we said earlier in the show, we're looking to run D&D at Fan Expo this year. So if you're coming to Fan
That's
Expo,
our big one that we love to do in August every year. It's one of our it's like our highlight for the calendar is Fan Expo.
And we are also looking for volunteers, and for volunteers that put in 4 shifts, you get
So
a
it's
free
4
badge.
hours each day.
Yeah, you get a free badge for the entire weekend, which if you know the prices of a Fan Expo badge, that's a pretty good deal.
And all it takes is one slot of 4 hours on each of the days that you're at the con, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're interested, again, hit us up on Discord. UniteTheFactions.com is our website. You can find all our links to our events as well as our sign up forms for volunteers and such.
Alrighty, and with that, thank you for playing everyone here in this call. I appreciate that you all showed up and let me beat on you with the Tarrasque a little bit. And hope to see some of you next time. Again, same thing as we do each time. If you would like to play on the stream, sign up as a featured guest, and we will pick from whoever signs up there and go from there.
All right. Thanks so much, everybody, and thank you, Angelo, for DMing.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Super fun, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Woo!
Have a great weekend.
job.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye.